Hi, it's Kelly here from Spiritual Awakening Signs, your guide to the spiritual awakening process. And today we're going to be talking about heart radiance, what it is, what it means, why it's important as part of the ascension process, and how you can learn to emanate that unconditional love and light from your heart chakra to uplift and heal and comfort those around you and those in the field of that radiance. So before we begin, I'm excited to announce that this month's meditation, the Heart Radiance Meditation, which will help you to expand your heart's field of radiance and break through barriers, open your heart to real love, it's now available. And I'll put some details of that, I'll link to it in the comments box if you want to check it out. And also our second instalment of the Sacred Sites series. This is the advanced level energy healing that we provide from sacred sites across Scotland. It's now available. It's called the Castle Sween Past Life Meditation, where we're specifically looking to heal past life suffering. So all the past lives that you've had, we're balancing your masculine and feminine energies, which we'll be talking a little bit more about later in the week, and raising your soul's vibration. So I will put links in the comments, because you can also have a little sneak peek around the inside of the castle on that page as well. So have a little look and see if it feels like a fit for you. So heart radiance, let's talk about that. It's one of the most beautiful aspects of spiritual awakening, and the gift of being able to naturally emanate that is a necessary milestone on the ascension pathway and realigning with our higher selves. Heart radiance in essence is the energetic field of love, kindness and compassion that emanates from the heart chakra, because your heart will effortlessly emanate that loving energetic frequency that has the ability to comfort and uplift and even heal those in the space around it. And it's your soul's divine right to possess this spiritual gift, to be able to do that. And it can revitalise a weary spirit, it can energise us, it can lead us to our divine destiny if we're able to listen to the heart. And you don't need to personally foster this energy. It's a natural state when the heart chakra is healthy, whole and complete. That is provided we don't inhibit it in any way, which we're going to cover in a little minute. So heart radiance, what will it do? It will make you feel comforted, that comforted, calm, content feeling within yourself. It will give you a kind, patient and understanding way and energy with other people. It will enhance the gratitude that you feel for all of the blessings in your life. It will help you to be more compassionate and loving. It will divinely guide your decisions to lead you to what is truly best for you. And it will expand the auric field, that space around your heart, so that you can effortlessly exude loving kindness to everything and everyone around you. But the problem is, it's often blocked. So unfortunately, the learning experience here on earth, it really hurts. And that pain quite often causes us to put up walls and barriers around our hearts that actually shield us from ever being hurt again. But the problem is that it also blocks us from being able to accept love from our relationships with partners, family, friends, and it dims the light of your heart. It actually changes the energetic frequency of that, and it stops us from being able to experience or share that heart radiance that we'd love to feel, which since it's our primary objective here as light workers, is a big problem. And quite often it can cause us to feel this sense of failure and depression when we're not really even consciously aware of what's going on. So let's talk about what blocks heart radiance, which is the natural state. It gets blocked by things like the pain of past hurts, being betrayed by people that we love and trust, the grief of losing a loved one, that's a big effect on it. Vows to never let it happen again, so vows when we say, I will never love again, I will never allow anyone to hurt me ever again, really put a block on that energy. And of course an exhausted heart chakra, which most of us on the awakening pathway have, because we've lived all these incarnations, we're absolutely weary and exhausted. Our hearts need revived. There's nothing wrong with the hearts, they just need a little bit of reviving. So how to unblock your heart chakra and access that heart radiance? There's a few important aspects to really fully unblocking your heart chakra and allowing your heart to radiate that unconditional love freely again. So 2 parts to it. Firstly, you need healing to release the pain. You absolutely need healing to release the pain, to repair the heart, and to dissolve those walls that are causing blocks, and they come from your current and your past lives too. Don't worry, we've got some resources that I'll discuss later that can help with that, if that's something that you'd like to do. Unresolved past life pain is one of the biggest threats to your ascension journey. You can't ascend without healing those wounds. You just can't do it. And your soul, sustains so many pains throughout all of its previous incarnations, and you've lived a lot of previous incarnations, and it has to be addressed if you really want to fully awaken or make any form of positive energetic impact while you're here, which is what most of us as light workers want to do in some form. So that's part one. You absolutely need healing. There's no other way to shortcut this or, let the heart shine. You have to heal the wounds that are the blocks between you and sending that energy out. Secondly, you need to balance the 2 halves of the heart in order to really achieve the wholeness required to be able to emanate that radiance, which, as I mentioned, we have an upcoming video on that. We'll explain a little bit more on it soon. It's really interesting. I think you'll like it. But without proper balancing of the 2 polarities that exist within us, we have masculine energy, we have feminine energy, regardless of gender. It's just an energetic thing. It's 2 halves. You're going to remain out of your power if you don't balance those. You'll unconsciously act out unhelpful and negative personality traits, and your spiritual gifts and abilities will usually be quite inconsistent. Because of that constant imbalance, you struggle to really level out and find wholeness, and of course you can't reach enlightenment because that balance is missing. So soul level healing is required, and due to the fact that those wounds are held so painfully and energetically, and they restrict the flow of that energy from moving, they restrict the frequency of that unconditional love, you need to heal it on the soul level. It occurs on the soul level. You need to heal it on the soul level, and you need to do that with a healing modality that can actually reach it. Talk therapy and counselling are not enough in this case, and they can certainly help you to deal with any current life issues that you're dealing with, but that doesn't account for the past life pain that's probably rising up at the moment. And because of the fact that we are coming through the awakening process, we really need to go back to where these issues first originated, and it will be in your past lives somewhere at some point. You need the soul level healing so that you can directly access not only the heart chakra, which is really important, but also the actual past lives that require healing. And you'll probably need to repeat the healing quite a few times to work through the layers that have built up of all that accumulated emotional baggage that's weighing on your soul. So you need to repeat it. So that brings the question, how can you heal your heart and experience heart radiance? Well, you can choose to visit an energy healer who is experienced in that field. Visit them and get them to tune into your past lives and do some healing, or alternatively you can use some of the resources that we have that I'm about to list, that we've specifically created in order to heal these wounds, so that you don't have to travel, you don't have to go to expensive healers. Just buy it once and you can repeat it as many times as you like, and it'll deepen every time you do that. So like I said, we have the heart radiance meditation. That's all about expanding your heart's field of radiance, breaking through the barriers and opening your heart to real love. So this meditation is going to help you to release the blocks that are really stopping you from accepting or giving real love. Resolve the betrayals that may have existed from this life or even past lives that caused you to close your heart space, caused you to put up these walls and barriers that get in the way of the energy. It's going to help you to heal painful emotions from your past, relationships like grief and loss, and it's going to cancel old vows. So those vows I was talking about when I said I will never love again, I'll never allow anyone to hurt me ever again. It's going to cancel those, and you can still do that with protection in place. That's the important key. It's going to help you to be guided by your heart's wisdom. The heart is very wise, and it's going to expand your heart's energy field so that you can radiate love, kindness and compassion wherever you go. Very, very beautiful. Now, if you don't know what these are, It's a bit like a cross between an intuitive energy healing session and a relaxing guided meditation. A little bit of a cross between the two. It's an energy healing session channeled directly from a collection of high vibrational guides that I work with, who are dedicated to assisting us on the awakening pathway. And it's a pre-recorded video full of energetic healing and clearing and adjustments. And it's a calm and relaxing meditation that's completed regardless of distance or time, in just around 20 minutes. So you can use that. But remember, it's only available until Friday. You can have a little look and see if it feels like a fit for you. I'll put the link in the comments box, and please tell me about your heart radiance. Tell me what you want to know. Tell me how you feel about that and what you notice, the blocks that are coming up. I'd love to hear from you. And we'll have more for Heart Week later on over the next few days, so don't miss it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.